Hi, it's Richie V, and this is my second. I gotta watch the camera that way. Yeah, I gotta get used to this crap. This is my video that they have been screaming at me for a while. Oh wait, but they want me to share this with you first. So this I found in an antique store. Can you see it? I had wanted what I was calling a blue feather, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a blue feather, right?" And I'm like, "But I don't want to pay for it." I was expecting like a real, legit like feather. And I was out with my man, and we were in an antique store, and he was gonna buy me this one ring that I was just like, I don't know, I like it, I don't love it, and if I'm gonna have a gift from you, I want to make sure I love it, and I didn't love it, like legit did not love it. I did not love it. So she brought over this, and I'm like, oh my god, and he's like, American Eagle. I'm like, it's more like a phoenix to me, and whatever. I was driving home a couple hours later, and I had wanted a scarf like a couple of days earlier, and apparently it's going to turn into like how fast things manifest and how you have to be very wise about what you were saying. And I had wanted a scarf because it was cold, and like, it's cold, I wish I had a scarf. Well, he bought me a scarf that day too, and didn't think anything of it. Had a nice day, driving home, looking at the ring, and it's like slam. Shit, I got my blue feather. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's raw. And if you're familiar with ancient Egypt, which I'm all about, that was like, not only is that raw, it's a blue feather because there's a blue stone in there. So it was like light bulb went off. I didn't have to pay for it. And it's a bonus because I wanted to carry it around with me all the time. That was something I left out in the start of the video. And then he got me a scarf, and I was like, oh my god, and it's a pure cotton scarf, which is a scarf I've always wanted. But anyway, that's how manifestation can actually work. That's also a form of abundance. But now that I'm done ranting about that, because I gotta keep it a little entertaining, because hello, I love toys, but not like, well, actually, I love old toys. It keeps the inner child in me happy. It keeps the imagination flooding. I love very specific cartoons. And I went through a little something last year as I was getting my divorce from who was my catalyst to the awakening. And all the toys that I had collected, that I had put a lot of value in, I always called them my friends. I allowed that being to rip that innocent connection out of me, and that was hard, and I had to work very diligently to get that innocence back, and it is back more so than I ever experienced it before. And for that, I'm grateful that I lost it, because I never realized how important it was until I got it back. But they kind of kept all my toys, and I love Transformers, I love GoBots, Sailor Moon, German holograms, like you name it. I'm like, yeah, it's got rainbows and unicorns, and it spits sparkles of light. I'm loving it. But the thing that started my awakening process is a TV show called Sailor Moon. And, oh wait, apparently my Sailor Moon's hand is not on her in here. So she might be handless for this episode. It's very indicative of one of my past lives, when I know they were taken off of me because they were banishing us light workers back then. But it's okay. I don't need to have it right now anyway. It's just part of the video. I remember I sat there, and I think Sailor Moon hit the States when I was, oh my god, I must have been like 13. So right around the time when the energy in the body start to change in the human vehicle, the computer system starts to go through its own instinctual upgrading. And I watched the cartoon, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm a moon princess. Well, I didn't know I was more than a moon princess. I'm like a whole galactic queen and all that stuff. Yeah, never judge a book by its cover. Learned that lesson too in judging myself. I'll never forget the first episode. So we're going to kind of reenact it just a little bit. So here we go. So imagine this is the wave of light that's coming through the planet. And for all of you that aren't familiar, this is called Luna. She is the talking cat that actually ding, dong, dong, activates Sailor Moon. But we're going to put her back here. So this is Luna. This is basically our cosmic light energy that's been trying to come through. And it comes through. So here she goes, walking. And here comes her name was originally Serena in the American version. So if you're a huge Sailor Moon buff and you're like, don't judge on the names I'm using. Watch the experience and feel it, because it's totally coming from the heart, because I'm so excited to do this. My little schoolgirl. Pamela. Holy fuck, Emma, what? Yeah, well, that's basically what awakening seems like. So for me, they really want me to use this particular character as a visual, because she finds out she's this amazingness, and very indicative of my journey, and I finally moved past that about a week or two ago, was to be so powerful, not filled with power, because there's a huge difference. And I had that analogy shown to me when I was dating somebody who was seeking power. Believe it or not, a Reiki master. I've learned a lot in my Ascension journey. She still cries about all the shit she got to do. Sometimes I cry, but not so much. But the real statement with Sailor Moon is that she's always afraid to step into her power. And that I truly believe most of us go through on Ascension, because one, we still don't believe it, and we don't have a moon, prison power, makeup. That's like her transforming. I'm sorry, like that. I don't have visual 3D. Maybe in the future I will. Who knows? That's left for manifestation and divinity's timing, not mine. Or divinity's synchronism eventing, because I'm really being guided to switch my thought process, because it's actually retraining what my conceptual aspect of all that, we're going to just say blah, blah, blah is. But yeah, so she's always afraid to step into her power. And on my journey, you gonna stand, Luna? Little Miss Luna gonna stand up. Let's turn them to that. Sailor Moon's not gonna stand up. She's not designed for that. She comes with her own little fabulous like heart stand of prism amazingness. And get this bitch uses love and light to heal things. Okay, so you know this one, which is, let's call it our guides, because that's what Luna is for Sailor Moon, a guide. Come on. I don't want it. Yeah, basically that's what we're all doing, and we all did it at one point. I don't care how Joe cool you are, or how Debbie dazzling you are. You went through something somewhere at one point, and we're all going through it. But come on, bitch, come on. She wasn't like that wordy, but like, come on. I don't want it. Well, you know what? Love and light. And when you realize how to master and be masterful with your power and your abilities, you get the difference between power. And the best visualization I can use is the visualization that was shown to me. So now imagine this is powerful, okay? And this is power. And I went through this because I felt insecure on my initial awakening, because it was literally like, what's the best way to describe? Oh, I got a great. It's like the first day of fucking high school, okay? And you got all the kids that are clicking. You got the new waivers coming in. You got the I don't know where I am waivers, and you got the I don't give a shit waivers. But we're all still working on shit, okay? And that's what this was like for me. So and I was dating this guy, and the council, the light, all that stuff. They said, no, we had to use him to get you motivated. At first it was like, don't use people. That's not nice. And it was like, it's not like that. You know, you're sharing energies, you're activating each other. That was the whole thing. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the whole analogy of powerful and power. So when somebody thinks they're powered and hungry and climbing for more, now this is a ledge right here, okay? This was the best description I got, because when they gave it to me, I was like, oh fuck, I really like that. And this was a year ago almost. So this is powerful, you know, very regal lady, just sitting at the edge of the cliff, and just actually, no, there's a beautiful tree. So we're gonna use the crystal as a tree, okay? So here's the tree, and here's this beautiful lady, and here's power. And it's on the younger form looking side, and power like the cliff, right? So power, and it comes right back because it knows it's going to come back. So what does it keep doing? Is that going too fast? I don't think so. Is that up, going back, rubber banding, because it knows it's just filled with power. It's filled with power. What does that mean? I know. That's what I said. I was like, what the fuck? Why is the cat jumping off the fucking table? It's a cliff. It's whatever. So then I was like, well, what does this mean? So then the woman stood up and she walks to the ledge. And now this is like, and she's walking to the ledge. She puts one foot out first, okay? You got to just kind of imagine you can see the ledge here, okay? We're actually going to use the top of the crystal over here. And then the cat's going, and as the cat takes its, you know, another attempt at proving its power, she steps out and she's just there. And the cat's just still running. And I was like, what is that? And they said, the best way to describe it is when you know you're filled with power, you're just going to keep using it. You're just going to keep blah, and you're not going to respect it. You're not going to understand it. And the visual of the woman was, you don't need to prove your power. You just need to learn how to work with it. So at first she stood there with literally very, very straight. It looked like she was standing on two firm platforms and then just stepped over. And all the little energy kept doing was jumping and jumping and jumping. And she hovered. And while she hovered, she actually started creating things because she was in control of her power. She knew how to use her power. She had her wisdom. She had her knowledge. It's not about putting in time. It's about understanding. Time is a man-made fear device, or we know what device it's made by. We know who made that device. But it's really just a lesson in power. And also, somebody else says it all the time, and like, you can go and you can do it, or you can go kicking and screaming, and they have flat out said to me at this point, you can either go or you can go kicking and screaming. And I look up and I go, after all the shit I've been through, I'm like, let's just do it. And there are two things that have kept me at Lock Bay. One was when I went through my awakening, which is why I know that I'm supposed to start the master hub and create satellite hubs for light workers, starlighters, energy beings, and far, far more than that, was people thought I was crazy. I got hospitalized twice. And in that second hospitalization is when I killed myself. Because when you go through the awakening and they throw you back on medications and then you come out of it, and the universe and God are like, you chose wrong. Then you go kicking and screaming. And I've been kicking and screaming. And I remember the night I took those pills, I was like, I'm going to accept my punishment. I'm just going to come back and recycle and do it all over again. Well, that's not what happened when my energy left the vessel and I was dying for 2.5 days. I think my body temperature when they found me was like 94 degrees, which they said, you shouldn't even be here right now. I'm like, I know. You took 90 pills and your body temperature. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm here. My face was all like pimpled up and my nails were destroyed. Every aspect of me that I could not have liked more was just, it was all gone. My ability to do hair, gone. I couldn't remember how to do any of it. And that was my dark night of the soul. Dark. Like, it was like, I don't wish for anybody to go through that. But sometimes when you're not waking up, like, they're going to wake you up, baby. They're going to wake you up hard. And that fear of I would get hospitalized again kind of kept me stable and not vibrating forward and higher and really, really finding my frequency, plus other things that were there to teach me that, like, I stayed in a little longer because I was still confused and medication coming out of my system. And even my guides were like, you stayed there longer than we thought you would. I'm like, I don't know, I was turning my light on. I don't know. And then eventually I hit that point where I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? Did I not learn anything from last year? But then I finally started posting things on my Instagram feed. My guides are very like, no, you need to keep it like this because you still got to go out and earn that money. But even doing that, like, there are times where I actually, my guide's like, go get a glass of water, go to the bathroom. You need to pull away from your energy. I'm like, yeah, I kind of really do. So we're in that transition period, and the hubs are definitely something that I'm still trying to understand how the money energy is supposed to manifest. But they've given me they've given me some very firm ideas, and I'm just patient. I go on and do what I'm supposed to do. But they really adamantly want me following the instruction booklet, and there's a reason. I'm not in control. My oversoul's in control. My galactic alliance is in control. My Elestial starlighter family is looking out. The golden age bringers are looking out, and they tell me all the time I'm completely under protection and guarded, and at this point, like, I know I've done as much as I need to. I've never hit this point in my awakenings in past lifetimes, so I get to, cash out, so to speak, but I don't want to. I want I want to enjoy this planet for what it is. So I choose to stay and help humanity, because they keep telling me you're, you know, yeah, light workers, other light bearers, other energy beings that are here. It's for all that, but you're also here for humanity, because humanity is about to go through a massive shock, dudes, and you all know that. And you know, that was the first fear. But then the money fear, like my money just went like completely downhill. So 2 fears: the money fear and the fear of going back into what I call prison, man. But other than that, like, what would I do? My light oracle cards always ask me, what would you do? And if you weren't afraid, and I'm like, well, I would do this. I would sit and I would build and I would create and I would draw and I'd make little activation stuff, and I would do activation channels and I would post shit out of everything everywhere. Sometimes you have to find a balance, though. So my balance is I can start easing humanity into what I'm drawing, because I get stuff that way too, and it's beautiful artwork that I've always wanted to draw but couldn't before. And do these YouTube channels to reach a wider market and have these channels prepared for when massive amounts of humanity go, bam, 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 we got bitches. No. I know. And I do speak the galactic light. Oh my God, I can't even get it out right, because they're just like, it gets to the point where I don't even want to talk this block language called English. I want to just speak in that, because the version that apparently I bring through is like, it is the original version, and I speak almost all codes of it, and I know what most of it says, because a lot of it translates, but a lot of it doesn't, and it's a heart center and a chakra speaker, and I'm getting all this information right now. Apparently the work I did tonight's getting me more knowledge. And a star crystal bringer forwarder. I pretty much know what that means. I think that means you're all going to get a crystal guide if you're watching this. So be on the lookout for like a crystal guide when you're meditating. Whichever one pops up to you. Probably the one you should call and hang around with, and maybe carry in your pocket as well, so that you have it here in physical form. You're welcome. Just came to me too. So I hope this was cute and adorable. Actually, I'm not even going to say I hope, because that means I'm looking for approval. This was fun. I'm going to say it just like that. This was fun. And I love you all. Please go and donate to a charity or to somebody on the street, whatever you're inclined to give them. And namaste, y'all. Oh, it bitch chipped. It's just plastic. But it's fun plastic. I got to find her hand. All right. Love you all.